In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I did this landscape using Holbein and Winsor Newton Professional Gouache, and I'm also going to be giving you some gouache tips along the way. Now, I've used other gouache before, like the Himimiya gouache and even acrylic gouache, and these gouache performed really well. I'm doing a wet on wet technique for the background here where I just wet the whole background and I'm laying my colors in to get the sky and the grassy areas. And you can see I just created a few puddles of color over on the side. And they are quite wet, but this gouache paint, I don't know if it's because it's a little bit thicker, it doesn't seem to bleed out as much as watercolor would. So if you are having trouble doing wet and wet with your watercolor and kind of making a muddy mess, then gouache might be more suitable for that because it really stays in place a lot better than watercolor does. I'm using a hot pressed watercolor sketchbook here, and this one that I'm using in particular, I believe it's a Lightwish one, and I've used colored pencils in this watercolor, now gouache. I've used a few different mediums, and it takes all of them really well, so I'll make sure to link that down below. I'm also using a porcelain palette off to the side here, and I've put all my colors down at the beginning and then I kind of just pull them to mix whatever colors I want. So for the sky, I was using a warm yellow, a pink, a blue, and then I'm just mixing them together. So I mix my pink and blue. You could use alizarin crimson here. That's a little bit more of a pinky red for the mountain colors in the background. And you can see when I was putting the mountains in, they stayed pretty much in place. And then I'm pulling different greens. So I've got a little bit of a warmer green, cooler greens that I'm using in the background. And then my warmer greens are going to be more in the foreground. And then I'm making the darkest part right in the foreground because that's where the shadows under our leaves are going to be, or I guess it's grass blades. But another tip I have, if you're having trouble with wet and wet and trying to mix up your paints as you're going, have all of your colors pre-mixed and ready to go so that when you need them, you can just grab them and lay them down. You don't have to worry about trying to mix up the color and then your paper's drying and then you don't have time to get that soft look that you're looking for. Now, as you can see, I'm going back in and re-wetting anyway because I do want some of these blades of grass to be a little softer in the background so they look like they are off in the distance. I've also gone ahead and taped the borders of this image. This was just going to be a quick little study in my sketchbook. And I've got some cookies already drawn out on the right-hand side here, and that will be another painting in another video on my channel. I do have this landscape up on my Patreon already as a full tutorial, so if you're interested in that, I'll go ahead and link that down below too. On Patreon, you get access to all of my real-time videos, some of my longer in-depth tutorials, can be, 6 hours plus. Now you can see I'm coming in to lay in some of this grass, so I'm just going a little bit darker, and I will end up coming back in and lightening some areas too, so I'll add a little bit of white, some titanium white to this grass, but I want to make sure that my grass is going in different directions, that it's different heights, so I've got some coming in from the side of the page, some coming in from the bottom, some are leaning to the right, to the left, so you don't want to make your grass too uniform. And this gouache layered up really nicely as well. So I use this green color here that I'm mixing to create those little flower buds, those little purple flowers that are in this painting. And then I came on top with a purple. And then I just mixed in a little bit of white with that to create the highlights on there. And it layered really nicely over top. I'm also using a variety of different brushes here. So for my grass, I was using a liner brush for the background. I think I was using a flat brush. And for some of the other thicker grass in the background, I was using just a round brush. You can use whatever brush that you like. I tend to go for a little bit of a stiffer brush than I would for watercolor. So I always say I love my silver black velvets for watercolor painting. And you could use watercolor brushes for gouache too, but I tend to prefer just a little bit more of a stiff brush. So I really like the Hemi brushes that you can get. I think I got mine on Amazon, but even something like the Simply Simmons brush where it's just got a little bit more stiffness to it, I find those work really well. Now, this is my first time using Winsor and Newton or Holbein professional gouache, and I do notice a difference compared to cheaper brands like Himimiya or different brands like that that you would get in those bigger cups. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do really nice artwork using cheaper brands of gouache, but some things to keep in mind, especially if you're going to be selling your artwork or selling your originals, would be most professional brands will have light fast options in their ranges, whereas a lot of the student grade art supplies aren't as light fast. Now, if you're selling prints of your artwork, then you might not care how light fast your supplies are, or if you're just doing some practice pieces in your sketchbook, then again, you might not really care about light fastness. Now, I'm comparing these gouache to the Himimiya a lot because I've used Himi gouache quite a bit, but another comparison I will make is that these did layer up and lighten a little bit better than Himi gouache does. So sometimes when I can add white into my mix, it becomes a little bit chalky, and it's probably because there's less pigment in there, whereas these have more pigment. So when I am adding white to it to layer some highlights on top, it comes out a little brighter and less chalky, if that makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next one. Bye!